Time to ring that bell. Time to raise that frequency, everybody, because it's Friday and it's the weekly astro forecast with yours truly, Alyssa Campo, Astromadeus. Now, the sass has returned. The flu is gone. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling good. I'm getting back into my groove. I beg your pardon that things are looking up in the astrology, you guys, and we're going to break it down. How are we all doing? Thank you guys so much for being here. As always, get a little bit of that vibe going with that clarity and with that halfway point of Mercury Retrograde. This one has been a little mother for sure. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, you know, Pisces is the surrender moment of the zodiac. It's the all 12 signs, the melting pot where everything just kind of ugh. And meanwhile, you got Saturn and Neptune and Aries, like, come on, what are you doing? You're just like over there moping about stuff. And Mercury and Pisces retrograde is like, stop. There's a reason for these cathartic tears. Let me do my thing. And then you got Jupiter. You got Jupiter in Cancer, guys. Direct AF, which makes me so happy. That is one of my favorite planetary motions, you guys, is Jupiter direct. Why? Well, Jupiter retrograde is like pulling the reins on your ability to feel like you're making progress, like you're moving forward, like things are happening, there's some momentum. So I don't know about you guys, but I am so happy, cheers, that Jupiter is direct. Not to mention, it's the last planet direct, guys. Or I'm sorry, the last planet retrograde. See what I mean? The last planet retrograde is Mercury. And the last time all planets were direct was, get this, May of 2025. So since May, things have felt like there's something in the back of the scenes just like pulling you to slow down. And now the reins are let go. So as a Sag rising and that Jupiter quality, I'm like, boom, 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 let's do this. I'm so happy, as you can see. But anyway, that's Jupiter for you. That happened on March 10th. So I'm super happy about that direct motion. We're still shadow period, but hey, it is making some moves. And that's how we can feel too with this sort of cycle of Pisces, this deepening part of Pisces we're in, where it's like we're kind of used to this muddiness and fog and lack of clarity around this emotional energetics that's happening. But like I said, since May of 2025, baby, we haven't had a lot of direct motion. So this is a win. And from what I've noticed, you guys, from my clients and everything, from family members, it's a good transit for some moolah. It is a good transit to receive, and it's a good transit to reflect back to you where you're at with your level of receptivity. Are you feeling like there's still a blockage or restriction there? Saturn and Neptune is dissolving those, but it's also ramping them up first, because you got to see, you got to look it in the eye and say, no, okay? Then we have good old Venus in Aries, you guys. And this is the love language of independence. And also a lot more impulsivity, a lot more spitfire conversations, and, you know, possibly some regret with saying things out of anger, but also a really beautiful opportunity to see that through that honesty and that kind of brash energy, you're getting a lot of clarity as well, whether or not that's a, you know, aligned relationship, whether or not that's an aligned space. So that's the positive with that Aries, where it's like, I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to say something right away. And then, you know, it's going to be squashed pretty quickly, and where you're going to see what you're looking at. So I'm so glad I brought that up today. We needed it. You know, and Venus in Aries, you guys, this is conjunct Saturn and Neptune. So it's bringing this like, all right, guys, let's gracefully try to deal with these issues. And, you know, look cute while doing it, right? But yeah, what else, guys? Mars, North Node in Pisces, we got that conjunction happening. And what does this look like? Well, Pisces, as we know, can feel a little muddy, a little lost, a little, you know, like you just open a soda and it's just fuzzy and effervescent. So with that, with the North Node, which is a very positive thing of our direction, our purpose, what we're meant to be working toward and you know, aligning with, and a little bit about out of our comfort zone, but definitely something to put us closer to that purpose, that destiny, and that kind of fate feeling, which really is brought up by the eclipses. So we're coming to the end of Pisces season, we're coming to the end of eclipse season. And this means that, again, that 6 month cycle is really set. And we really have this newfound energetic template that we proposed for ourselves. But what I was saying about that that Mars and the North Node in Pisces is that we can feel a little bit unsure about our direction, but we have so much heart and so much intuitive backing for those goals and for those dreams. So it is not something that you're going to look for the external to get that validation from. That's going to definitely have to come internally with you. And it's also the dissolve of whatever karmic patterns or loops that are happening, subconscious things, they're really coming up. And that Mercury retrograde in Pisces is definitely, maybe not so much in our language now and in our conversations now in the waking, but in our sleep, in our astral, that is very, very indicative of what's going on with your Pisces world. I have Pisces 4th house. So for me, it's really just deepening all of these structures of the home, family dynamics coming up, and really positive things. So I'm really happy about that. But again, it's also something that you're not getting that external answer and validation for. You really have to feel that intuitive knowing and trust that, and being aligned with others that are also on that same path, you know, and really having that as their commitment as well. So yeah, our action-oriented self is really feeling supported towards that soul calling and what we want to do. And it's very Piscean, where it's 12th house, it's behind the scenes, it's a little bit almost hidden from us. We have to like work at it to kind of see what our intuition, what spirit's telling us. So I don't know, almost see it like that, playing it at, you know, in this way. That's just very Piscean. And then of course we have the new moon, you guys, on the 18th coming up. So we have that, all that energy, the Mars North Node and that moon together. So this is really going to bring up the emotional component, and that personal note of, you know, of that Pisces. What else, you guys? There's a lot. I'm really happy to be back. It's always really interesting to see the Capricorn moon productivity feel very like just low and doubtful and just like, I'm not doing anything. So like, you know, what am I even offering kind of thing when I'm, you know, when you get sick and you're having to rest. And so we all have this, you know, or not all of us, I don't want to blanket all of us, but there is a collective wound of this productivity and feeling like we always have to be in this hustle culture. And so valuing rest is really big. And Pisces really shows us that, because if we don't have that, we don't have those messages, we don't have those downloads or those dreams come through, because our physical bodies, which are, you know, our spiritual vessels, like those need to be maintained. And that Virgo eclipse, woo, let me tell you, she reset my stomach. Oh my gosh. And all of us. And it was just, you know, one of those things. Our family is a household of 5, so it took a while to like make its way through. And every single time, you know, we go through something, the physical ailments, it really shifts your perspective, and it really gives you a different level of gratitude for, you know, what we take in, what we consume. And that's on, you know, the food level, but that's also on the spiritual level too, of what are we taking in? What are we consuming? Are we fulfilling our joy, our happiness cup? Are we spending time with those that really make us feel alive and supported and wonderful? Are we, you know, spending all of our time getting distracted on freaking the internet right now? You know, we really have to see where our focus is and what that focus is looking for. Is it looking for rest? Is it looking for activation? Is it looking for movement? So, you guys are amazing. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to be working on readings in the shop. I have one I'm sending out today. Thank you so, so much for the ongoing support and love in the shop for the readings, whether it be a written or a session on Zoom. It is absolutely my joy to do this work with you guys and to show you your own beautiful and unique self. So thank you for always being here and tuning in and commenting. Feel free to comment where you have Pisces and Aries in your chart for a little bit more. And I'm so glad that you guys are here again. This space to be able to share and connect like this is really everything. Thank you, Pluto and Aquarius. All right, guys, I will see you next week, and thank you so much. Bye.